In this video, you will learn what it really takes to have control of your powerful dog. So I trained him a little while ago.
Correct.
And even though he has formal obedience, he'll come when called off leash, he'll down on command off leash, he'll lay down and stay for an hour. Clearly, we have some control on leash issues, but your biggest issue that I'm still hearing is an excited brain and reactivity to other dogs in general, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. A lot of times people think, well, if my dog will lay down and stay and my dog will come when called, why am I having these other issues if I have that kind of control? Because what matters is what's in the middle. What matters is, as an example, when I'm gonna critique coming out of the truck, okay? Because that's why we're here, right? So thank you very much for letting me share this with my audience. When you're coming out of the vehicle and we're moving forward, whether you got out of your vehicle to go to the park, to go to the lake, if you're moving forward with that mindset, that is an excited, anxious mindset. And one of the things that I'm noticing is there's a lot of pulling going on instead of a correction that is sharp and a bite. So what you're doing can create a little bit of fight. It's very hectic, and that doesn't help the brain either. So what we want to do is we want to look at all of our handling skills to make sure that they're as efficient as they need to be so you can affect the brain. But number two, if I have a dog with an excited brain moving forward and he's anticipating to get where he wants to get, I am not going to keep moving forward. I'm going to make a left. I'm going to work that brain. I'm going to down the dog. And it's like, because dogs do what benefit them. And if he has an excited brain or an anxious brain moving forward, anxiousness got him what he wanted, because dogs do what benefit them. Excitement, so we have to show him being calm, following me, respect my boundaries, calm mindset. That's how you get what you want. There you go. We want that leash to go straight down. Now his ears are starting to go back, whereas before his ears were forward. If his ears are forward, the brain is forward. Go ahead and start coming. So now we have another German Shepherd entering the parking lot. His ears go forward right there.
Yep.
Start to play with Valiant a little bit. Jump around with him. Come back around. Come back around. Come back around. Yep, over here. Yep, right here. Yep. Stand still, let Valiant just watch. Come back over here and watch. Stand still. Yep, let Valiant face him. So, yep, go ahead and down him.
Down.
So one of the things that I want to talk about is, so he didn't explode, we got a bark, but you could see the bowing up of the back, you could see him loading, you could see all of that, right? And you were good at the correction, but one thing I will say is that you corrected him a lot, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a difference between managing a situation or correcting it. You're managing it. That's why you had to correct and correct and correct. And even though you were able to kind of take the top off, I mean, it's like he didn't overload, he didn't explode, you didn't have lunging, but his mindset was still wrong. He was still bowed up, he was still keying on the dog, and you could see it through the hackles and the body posture of the rounded back as he was walking. He's in the wrong mindset. When you correct a dog, I don't want to diminish the mindset, I want to wipe it out. And what I mean by that, it's all about redirecting the brain to where I don't even want to look at that dog, I want to avoid. Now, I will say this, is avoidance our answer? Is avoidance the end result? No, I want the dog to be neutral. I want the dog to be able to observe and just be like neutral. No reaction, no fixation, observing, you go past it. When I entered the situation and I exited the situation, my dog was in the same balanced mindset. Does that make sense? That's our goal. So I'm gonna work him in a minute and I wanna show you, I wanna get him in a working mindset. So, and I wanna show you the difference in the walk, and then we're gonna bring another dog out.
Okay.
Okay? So we're gonna go ahead, yep. So it's not in a down command.
No.
He is a big German Shepherd dog.
Yeah, he just weighed in it. Yeah, just turned one, he's 80 pounds.
80 pounds. Yeah, he's tall too. Okay, so we're gonna walk him. not the sound I was going for. He wasn't expecting it. The whole point was, he went out in front. I gave a correction that mattered. So yep, now we're just gonna walk. See how the ear's back? See a little bit of change in the body posture? Sit. We think in our brain, I've gotta like rein him in for control, and that is the first thing that is gonna create pulling and fight.
Okay.
It's because if you're making tension, you're creating fight. You're making tension, he's already gonna fight against you. Does that make sense? Yeah. So I wanna correct, so that line is loose, to where he's just following and does not wanna go past me, because the rule is this, be beside me or behind me, but don't go in front. It's a loose leash walk. So I noticed when you came out of the truck, your hand went right down, almost to about here. Because our brain thinks we have to hold tension to keep control, because you're already prepared because he's powerful, and you've had to manhandle him to a certain degree to gain control as you're trying to use proper technique to rein him in. If he can feel you because of tension on the leash, he can mentally disengage and not pay attention to you, but he's paying attention out there because he can feel you. So you're literally steering him.
Right.
The line has to be loose, which I'm gonna do right now, for him to drop back, and he's back here so he can see where I'm going to follow. But he's engaged with me, not out here, brain is out here to that. Does that make sense? Yep. And he's already starting to whine. He's already starting to whine because he wants to get to you for a little bit of security as well. Come on. So if he wants to go ahead of me, that was reactive out of nerve, not from correction. Because he's starting to get a little bit agitated because he doesn't want to be told what to do and he wants to get to you. That's one of the reasons, Sarah, you were telling me. He's starting to nip at you when you're biting out of defiance because he doesn't want to comply, so he's pushing a boundary. So I'm going to be careful. But that correction right there was not the correction from stimulation. It was because of the movement and his expectation of what it was going to be. And there was defiance at the end of it because he wants to protest. But notice this now. Loose line, following. So it's a matter of establishing standard, establishing a boundary, and knowing how to maintain it no matter what he brings in a very calm, assertive way. Notice, sit. I've not raised my voice. I'm staying calm. I'm not fighting him, but I'm also not negotiating. Till the next lesson, we just thank you so much for listening. We hope you gained some value. And again, your dog will never be what you want him to be until you're the leader they need you to be. And we just thank you for your time, and we'll see you next time.